Very good morning to everyone and start of a new year. So wishing each one of our partners a very, very happy new year. We have some updates today to share and Vidya, if you're ready, we can get started and I'll keep an eye on chat as usual.
Yeah, sure. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Shrikant. Good morning and good evening, everybody. A very happy new year. And today's partner call is to cover a few aspects of, first of all, I'm sure the Office 365 assessment, which was rolled out in December, there has been significant feedbacks as people, partners used it. So I just want to go over quickly the slide on where we stand in each of the feedback. And post that, I'll have Vrishali, the head of customer success, to go over the main features and what we kind of delivered in the year 2024. The reason being, I'm sure there are many new partners who have come into this partner call recently. So we wanted to make sure you can play catch up with that. And also, we are ready to take any feedback as to where are the improvement areas. And definitely, this is something we'll have to go back and implement as a team. So the first thing, the Office 365 M365 beta feedback. I think the first thing was regarding the permissions for M365 module usage. I'm sure a lot of people in the Discord and many can you go? Yeah, many of the tickets actually highlighted that we should probably go with the principle of least privileges. Right now, we have moved to global reader. I also did get feedback from a couple of partners that we should further lower the level of the privileges. So we'll see what we can do. But at the same time, I think we have removed global admin at this point of time. The second thing is MFA details, right? The partners did say that the report was good enough, but did not capture details of MFA. So yeah, there is room to improve the report. And this is the feedback we'll be working on. And definitely, we want to get into the benchmark of using the CIS standard, which is what is planned in the later half of this year. So MFA details was supposed to be captured. We have done that. That was fairly a simple thing to get it to production. Dennis, thank you for this feedback. License filtering. He gave this feedback that we should be able to filter P1 and P2 licenses, which is otherwise ineffective, right? So we are working on this, Dennis, and thank you for that. Client access for upsell by MSPs. So this came in from Simon Hopkin, our UK partner, where they said where should we should have an additional option to upsell to their clients. So this was a question even asked during the I think the 365 demo. But right now we are going to focus on getting the premium and the standard SKU out. We are currently not going to give these options to the where the tenants and the clients can have these options. So please hold on, but we will try to get there probably once we finish with the premium and standard support SKU, which is required for the Connect Secure. The benchmark, yes, there was questions around what benchmark are we going to follow. Right now, the Microsoft baseline, but yes, the CIS is going to be implemented pretty soon. We want to finish a certain set of assessments, which is including Google, before we get there. Reporting, again, feedback from our UK partner. They said, they wanted better fonts, colors. Definitely, this is there is always room for improvement here. We will work on this. So this is the overall feedback we got in the last 3-4 weeks. I'm sure as each of you use it, you will have suggestions. Please feel free to drop a ticket. We will make sure each of the feedback is reviewed. And of course, we'll also kind of commit on a timeline as to where to get to. With that, I will hand over to Vrishali, who will kind of go over as to what was the highlights of 2024. And definitely, as an engineering lead, I want to say that there is a lot of room for improvement, which I want to highlight, and open to any feedback at the end of the session. Thank you.
Thanks, Vidya. Before you get off, one quick thing. There is one question. Do you want to start taking questions now So Chris has a question that do you have any more details on how as is the Microsoft 365 piece, how is it detecting the multi-factor authentication and enforcement, and can it actually parse conditional access policies?
Yeah, I can give you these little bit of details, Chris. Right, I probably it should be a more technical answer. So Definitely, the second question, can we pass conditional access policies? Yes, we should be able to do that. But right now, I don't think we are yet there. So we will, Chris, I'll reach out to you over email on this.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, over to you, Vrushali.
Thank you. Thank you, Vidyaji. So moving forward, hey, good morning and happy new year to all of you. So to start with V4, what exactly did we change in V4? Like what is, I have only covered basic main features which are different than what we had in V3. So over V4, I think the first and the foremost thing we started with enhanced user experience, right? So this enhanced user experience definitely made it more intuitive. It had very improved usability, very user-friendly, and it definitely helped you with the streamlined navigation, right? To add to it, I think many partners were used to earlier V3 user interface, wherein they had a little bit, problem to, navigate through different completely changed UI. So we added these different themes here. Even the classic theme was added so that they would have the same user experience like they had in V3, the same menu options typically. So even that was added just to make it more easy and user-friendly for the partners. Moving to next feature, that is a single agent installation. So when I say single agent installation, in V3, we had lightweight agent and a probe agent as the separate installation, right? If you want to probe, you had to separately install that agent. In V3, every agent installation is a lightweight agent installation. And then partners have been given an option to convert it to a probe with a very simple process, just to attach certain discovery settings, like which subnet you want to scan with that probe agent, or if do you want to do an authenticated scan with it, provide credentials, which network interface you would like to use for that probe agent scan. Like this typically three information you just attach to the existing lightweight agent and it will convert itself to a probe agent. And again, you have a backward step. So any probe agent you would like to convert to a lightweight, you just have to remove these settings from that probe agent. It turns itself back to a lightweight agent. Right. So it's a very simple and a user friendly process that the partners will be able to manage with. The next one, I think very important feature that we introduced was the matrix, So in the metric scheme, typically as a MSP, when you look at the global metric screen, so this gives you a security posture of all the tenants or all the companies that you are managing through your portal, right? So here you are able to see, okay, what are the critical high, medium, low percentage of severity, vulnerability severities that you have in the portal. What's the risk score looking like? How many assets are you managing? How many companies are you looking at? Right? Even at the company level. So if the MSP wants to go to a single company level and have a look at, how is the risk score looking like if you see here, it gives you the asset risk score, it gives you the vulnerability risk score separately. If you're doing Active Directory audit, it will give you the Active Directory risk score, likewise external scan risk score. So there are a lot of metric data available. This really helps you to improve your operations and your security posture. Right. So that way, even the metrics was one more beneficial feature that was added in V4. Coming to definitely dashboards and reports, we added a lot much into dashboards and even in the reporting, customization of reports. All of those pieces were added in this. Now talking about certain key points in the dashboard is like vulnerability trending data. I think many of the partner wanted to see, like if you are doing a scan from today up till next 30 days, how are you improving your posture, right? How are you improving your security posture? So this vulnerability trending data across 30 days, 90 days, over a year, you have those timelines wherein it will provide you insights into the vulnerabilities. Definitely that helps you to track like how the remediation efforts, are they going in line? Are you really having the effective remediation in place? Do you need to prioritize your staff? Or do you need to address any critical vulnerabilities more efficiently? That trending data gives you the idea about it, right? Another very important dashboard, I think ConnectSecure is one of the tool in the market who adds dashboard very quickly when such kind of vulnerability comes up. Before Secure Boot PK-Fail, we also added ConnectWise Screen Connect dashboard, right? So even with Secure Boot PK-Fail, you're able to see the affected assets, like immediately on the dashboard, you get to know which are the affected assets, which makes you ensure that the secure system boot processes are in place. And it also helps you maintain the integrity of your boot environment. Likewise, we have a couple of other dashboards like Active Directory Password Policy, PII Scan. These are quite, so Active Directory Password Policy will help you monitor how are the password policies set up for that particular Active Directory. So it's a critical information for any organization, right? So MSPs have a very quick view of the data over there. And definitely PII scan data talks about different what categories of PII scan you are doing. How is the, so for an example, so you're looking for MAC addresses, you're looking for OAuth token. How are those PII scan results looks like across the network which you are scanning? So these company level dashboards are able to give you the overview, and so you could take further actions based on this immediate available data. Then, as I mentioned, there are a lot of reporting enhancement. What we did into V4, addition of multiple information where partners feel that some information into certain reports was a required information. We happily added that so that it is useful to all the partners. So definitely it helps you in efficient monitoring, tracking your progress. It also helps you with a better decision making. And you also know that once these are XYZ vulnerabilities, which I have, what is the staff allocation I need, what are the plan of action I need, so that reporting helps you get to all these pointers. One more very important feature that we added into V4 was the custom cover page for all DocX report, right? This was even, so this, though this is set up globally, you can set it up for a company. So this gives you an ability to use your own cover page. Earlier in V3, we had a designed cover page. So there you were not able to do it, but here dedicatedly, you're able to design your own cover page, add it, and use it for the reports. As I mentioned, we added multiple new dashboard. This is a vulnerability trending dashboard where you were able to see the application vulnerability trending, network vulnerability trending, right? Over a period of say 30 days is what we captured here. Likewise, you have for 90 days and you have for a year also. As I mentioned, PII scan dashboard, it helps you to look at, what are the scan data category that you are trying to capture and what is the percentage of that, or what are the numbers of that particular data category, and definitely the results of PII scan, like, okay, which PII scan category needs the most attention is something which you are able to look at these dashboards and decide. Going forward, immediate and quick access to password policy summary for your Active Directory. It's something like, okay, do you have the reversible encryption enabled? No, that's something you need to look at. So likewise, you can take a quick decision and have a quick access to this information. Patch management, this was one of the few additions which I will really like to talk about. So patch details talks about your application patching, OS patching, your automatic versus manual patching, what's the patch status like, whether it is successfully patched, it is failed, what's the reason it failed. So all that data is available under the patch management dashboard. Very useful information. I think earlier we were having patch management, but in 2024, we really got the patch management to a pace that you are able to use that as a additional complete functionality. OS by asset dashboard, we had this into few reports, but then if you want to see how your assets are spread across different operating system, this is a very useful dashboard that you have. And as I mentioned earlier, the secure boot PKFile vulnerability dashboard, where it's able to showcase, what are the assets which are affected, how is it across which operating systems, right? Likewise, you will have those data available. Other key feature that we released in 2024 quite recently is Azure fingerprinting. I remember that you had talked about and explained about Azure fingerprinting in one of the partner call in the month of November. So I'm just trying to recap that. So Azure fingerprinting typically helps you with, this is attached to Probe. So Probe discover assets with the unauthenticated scan, you should be able to get the fingerprint data. Now, how does the fingerprinting help you? So it's able to scan with multiple protocols. It is more accurate. It gives you more detailed device information. Definitely, it has an ability to identify IoT and non-traditional IT assets. And that's the value that we get from fingerprinting is much more detailed information about unauthenticated scans, right? It's also able to discover your unknown assets. It's also, so this is kind of a good pre-sales tool, which partners should be able to use to capture this information. So I'll just take you to what information it captures. So here you are able to see that, okay, for ARP, this is the MAC address, this is the vendor information, right? So you're able to get much more detailed information with different protocols that you should be able to see under fingerprint. Moving forward, Connect Secure definitely had compliance assessments in place, but in 2024, we added many more compliance assessments, like we made an addition of NIST CSF 2.0, NIS2, WISP, High Trust. So right now, if you look at Connect Secure compliance assessments, it supports almost 16 compliance assessments at the moment, right? So that's something really good. And definitely we keep adding more and more, which are helping partners into different regions to have that specifically adhere to their region. Moving forward, this year we released OS patching. Earlier in V3, we had application patching only, so you were able to only patch certain applications through Connect Secure. But again, we have supported operating system patching as well. So OS and application both have been patched now with Connect Secure. Let me take you through a short brief of patch management, which is used by Connect Secure. So it's a homegrown patching engine. We are not dependent on any other tool. Like in V3, we had Chocolatey, but V4, it's our homegrown patching engine. This definitely we support probe patching. So with the probe patching, it helps you to have a comprehensive inventory of your hardware and software within that particular network that you're scanning, right? So OS and application patching supported with a single tool. So you don't need to, juggle between different tools to go for OS patching differently, application patching differently. And with the probe patching, that's the most effective update that I have for patch management. A single agent is able to do a patching for multiple devices, right? I think earlier with lightweight agent scanning, you had to deploy an agent on all the devices for which you need to do a patching. But right now with the probe age patching, you should be able to do multiple device patching with a single agent. And definitely you have a flexibility to schedule these patches at your convenience. So there is a scheduler which allows you to select the applications and definitely the frequency. And there is a patch management dashboard, as I said earlier. It gives you very detailed information about the patch status, automatic patching that through the schedule patching you could achieve, or the manual patching, what have you achieved. So all those details are available on the patch management dashboard. M365 Security Inspector, again, in the beta version, recently launched in the month of December. This again is one more addition into it. And Vidyaji has already spoken about this. We are already taking the feedback from the partners, and we are making it more and more useful to the partners. With that, just to summarize feature list of 2024, we've just picked a few features that we thought that this is what the engineering team has done in the year of 2024, along with migration. So definitely vulnerability management in terms of user experience. We've added compliance for multiple other operating systems like Ubuntu, CentOS, Red Hat, Linux, right? So all these were added, different dashboards, different reports, different agent type capabilities, integration enhancements. We added certain other integrations like NinjaOne, Jamf Pro, events. And last but not least is the learning. So Confluence docs are ready for V4. There are FAQs which are already been added. YouTube videos are there. Ryan and team is doing onboarding calls. So we have scheduled onboarding calls, group onboarding calls. So all the partners can take, advantage of those onboarding calls. And I really thank you all the partners for this journey so far with us. And we look forward to much more along with this partner team here. With that, Vidyaji, I'll pass it on to you.
Yeah, just a quick thing. I think the last year has been a little exciting. At the same time, there were very tough moments for the team and the partners. High level, I think looking at last year, the issue areas where we had a lot of trouble initially was, of course, around the agent stability in the initial days. I think in the month of June, July, this agent issues were pretty rampant, and then we had vulnerability issues popping up because of that. So I think it took a while to stabilize those things, and then towards the end of the year, we had a problem with the database spikes and the API rate limiting. So that took a lot of a toll on the partners as well as the team working on the cloud. So with that, it's very important that we take these learnings, we kind of actionize everything. Yes, what we should do better. Yeah, definitely the stronger QA process, the more automation. We have a better test bed. better security testing, automation, all these things are going to be part of our process. We are investing in the team. We have a dedicated teams which work only on the agent, work only on the compliance. We have dedicated team working only on the API side so that we kind of focus, we don't lose focus on any of them, right? So that's the way we want to do it. Proactive monitoring and remediation. Yes, we are going to use the very high-end tools and probably AI and everything to ensure we are proactively monitoring the issues and kind of getting to swift remediation strategies. System performance, I think here I'm sure many of our partners have want a better speed in the portal usage. There's going to be emphasis on how we improve the speed and performance. But this is going to take a while because we might have to refactor a bit of the code base, but I think we'll get there because we have a clear idea as to where we stand today and where we have to get to. With respect to transparency on maintaining the communication, we are going to have a status page very soon. It should be launching next week. Just a final sign off from business. So that will be done very soon. So you can subscribe to those pages and see if you're the pod in the region, whichever you are, you will be able to see if it's operational. And if there's an incident, we will be able to communicate through that page. Infrastructure planning and monitoring. Yeah, there will be, we need to anticipate the capacity and everything and kind of be ahead on that. So that's something as a team, we always have to be, on top of it. So I think these are the areas where the engineering team will have to focus, and it's inevitable that it's my responsibility to get these things done along with the CTO. So I think these are the high level areas of improvements. But that said, I think there were big learnings from what happened last year, right from the replication to the agent issues and then the database spikes. So we will be working proactively to ensure we don't have the recurrence of the issues, but we'll make our best efforts, put our best efforts forward. Okay. Yeah. Just also wanted to highlight the partner interaction nodes, right? Last year we had over 21 plus global events. I'm sure many of us met. I know Ryan, me, and a lot of us traveled across the countries to see you all and Shrikant and everybody. But yeah, started with Right of Boom. We were there at over 21 plus global events. V3 replication to V4, just to give you the volume of work which was done to ensure every partner was transitioned smoothly to V4. I'm just writing a number there. I know Ryan's team takes most of the numbers, but yeah, it was also the tech team. 20,000 plus touch points over the last 4 months. So which means we had so many communications going on to remind the partners to onboard, train, and ensure they move from V3 to V4 without any hiccups. So this was a massive activity which was done just the last 4 months, and that was because of a dedicated team which was assembled just to do this. So yeah, we are winding down V3, Adieu V3, but yeah, thank you for all the support, and hopefully we should have a great year ahead. With respect to the upcoming features, the first thing is we are going to have the standard and premium package. I know many of you have seen the M365 pricing plans, so we are working on that. So part of the premium, we will be including the Google Workspace Assessment asset documentation. And there, last year we had something which is pending, is the web application scanning. We are also working on enhanced reports for MSSP. This is coming as a request from sales and many other MSSPs. So we want to kind of enhance the reporting there as well. And then definitely the status page so that the partners can get visibility to how the systems are functioning. So with that, I think that's it with the slides. I think we are open to questions right now.
So thanks, Vidya. So, short answer, I think as this, we also enter our 4th year of business. I think you can certainly look forward to, from all the learnings that we got in 2024, like Vidya just shared, certainly look forward to a lot more stability in what we do, a lot more predictability in outcomes. And that's where we're, under Vidya's leadership on engineering, that's where we're heading. So, really thank everybody's patience as we, got to 2024. But certainly in 2025 and beyond, we aim to be a lot more, like I said, predictable and certainly focus on stability. And those are key things for engineering now. Couple of quick questions, Vidya, before, if there are any questions, we can certainly take it. But yeah, Dennis has a couple of questions on currently, if you want to install both modules, you have to go through the app registration process twice. Perhaps a single process is not practical, or another way of looking at it would be to include the functionality of the basic module in the security inspector module. Yeah, so yeah, this is basically on the Micro 365. You want to take that?
No, Dennis, somehow I'm not clear. What do you mean by the basic module? I'm assuming what is the basic module and what is the M365 module will be part of the premium SKU. So I'm quite unclear as to what is expected here.
Dennis, please, can I request you to come up? And
Yeah, as I understand it, there are two separate M365 modules. The basic module, which has existed for a long time, then the new security inspector module. They're completely separate, correct? You have to install them separately?
There is no installation process. It's only in the integration tab, right, Dennis? And there's nothing like M365. There's no basic module as of today. What we launched last month is only the only module we have.
no, I think Vidya, what Dennis is saying is about the Microsoft 365 score and other things that we had. We had the security score, some of those pieces.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Azure AD pieces.
Yeah, I just think it might, the answer to that, Dennis, I think it is going to create more problems than it solves. I'll see what
Okay.
to do with that, but
Fair enough.
point taken, but I don't think there's an easy way to fix this problem. But
Okay.
anyway, I'll get back if there's something we can do. Luke, I know this request has come in before as well. We will see what we can do with our prioritization list and do it. This requires a significant change in the way we are trying to structure our tenants. So, Luke, probably I'll get back to you on what we can do on this.
I'm just thinking aloud. Can't we just create location tags and say, for each of those locations, it just becomes a different tag? Would that be an easier way to do it? I'm just thinking aloud here, Vidya.
I don't think, because it's based on the sites and it's company site structure. They need that nested structure. That's why.
Nested companies.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, this is more of a franchisee model, which I think they are looking at.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, Dennis, I do agree. There might be some slight hiccups in the parity. I know one is definitely the custom dashboard, and probably the integrations we will try to close it quickly. It's just that the staff was pretty full with respect to replication and other items. So we'll close the gap. I think it's important that we ensure the parity issues are closed. Yeah, Mark, that's correct. What you're saying is correct. We have a lot of companies in the UK and all these places who ask this kind of a model. So yeah, we have to see how to implement this feature. We'll get back on that. Mark, I know this has been a little bit of trouble regarding, is there a method where a probe agent needs to be reinstalled and that does not remove all the historical jobs? I don't think there's an easy way right now. I know a couple of partners went and uninstalled their agents, and it created a bit of a havoc. I'll see what to do with the agent team, but right now there's no easy way. I don't think there's a way. So let me get back this to the team. We haven't really looked at this. I think it's a fixable problem. Okay. Yeah, I think hopefully I've answered everybody's question.
Okay, if there is no more questions, then as always, thank you all, and look forward to a great 2025 with each and every one of you here. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much.